Hello, my name is Madalena Bonk, and I will be answering 4 questions today. The first question will be telling you about a time when I had to work with somebody who was difficult and how I overcame that. Second, we'll be discussing my greatest strengths and weaknesses. Third, we'll be talking about a time my course load was heavy and how I completed that coursework. And fourth will be about what I see myself doing in 5 years from now. So first is, tell me about a time when you had to accomplish a task with someone who was particularly difficult to get along with. In an English class recently, we were doing a group research essay that was the majority of our final grade. Our professor had us turning in multiple drafts while giving useful and specific feedback. However, my 4 group mates were not looking at or correcting this feedback, even though I had repeatedly told them through email and on Zoom to look at the feedback and correct their sections. My job was to do my individual section and then do the introduction and conclusion, and their jobs were to do their individual sections and separate different things like in-text citations or grammar checks. When one of the group members was not revising his section and it had gotten close to the deadline and the feedback was suggested by the professor, I had told him repeatedly through email to check the feedback and rewrite his paragraphs because the professor wanted him to rewrite 2 whole paragraphs, and he was just not answering and he was not putting in effort. So I decided to take initiative and rewrite several of his paragraphs on my own, which took hours of time and research. Because of this, our overall grade was heavily improved. I learned that it is important to take initiative and go above and beyond in situations where quality is being tested by a lack of effort from other group members. The second question I will be answering is what my greatest strengths and weaknesses are. So I think my greatest strength is my empathy and ability to care for others. Relating to this, an experience I had is joining the diversity club at my school because I am very passionate about inclusion, and I set up events to promote equality in this club. My empathy allows me to understand diverse perspectives, which is an essential part of collaborating as part of a team and resolving conflicts with customers. This ability is one that can contribute positively to any organization. My greatest weakness is probably my presentation anxiety. I tend to get anxious before having to present in front of large groups and sometimes have physical reactions due to the anxiety. However, my anxiety has been lessening over the past few years, and I'm working towards overcoming it. Using skills I learned in therapy for performance anxiety, I've been able to get rid of the physical reactions such as shaking or having heart palpitations altogether, which allows me to present much more clearly and confidently. I will continue to practice this skill in college classes through presentations, such as the business communications class that I'm currently taking, in which I have done multiple video presentations. The third question, I'm going to talk about a time when I had a lot of heavy coursework and how I completed all of that work. So I think that recognizing when to get started on work is essential to the process of completing work in an efficient manner. At one point, I had multiple classes at the same time with hefty research projects due in both of them at similar deadlines, along with other smaller assignments going along with that in those classes. I had to ensure that I was getting all of the work done by their respective deadlines without starting too late or cramming. To complete this work, I set up a timeline with a strict schedule for each part of the different assignments I had to get done, and I had my family members take away any distractions to make sure I would be getting my work done by the deadline. And I got all of the work done efficiently because of this. Although I think I work best under pressure, this method was also really great for when I had a bunch of different things going on and I wanted to get everything done in a timely manner, in a way that made sense on a schedule. The final question is going to be what I see myself doing 5 years from now. So 5 years from now, I see myself being graduated from the University of Michigan and having extensive knowledge in communications and public relations, which is what I currently plan on majoring in. I've taken on leadership positions in multiple clubs at school, so I see myself enhancing my leadership and management skills with leadership positions in actual professional environments. I've also been developing my communication and interpersonal skills through internships, but I also see myself utilizing those skills through actual jobs and as part of an organization to contribute to those better. That is all for my 4 questions. Thank you for listening.